I've seen, more or less felt, evil before in my life. More than once, too. I'm really sensitive, I think you know. And there's been more than one time in my life where I felt pure evil. And never have I felt it quite so much as I have surrounding me right now. Which is not the way I want to feel. I am completely appalled by those that wish to bring that to my door, that kind of evil right to my door. People that I called family and friends that would bring that straight to my door. Some people think that, and I think that they think that in Hollywood, that any one of us would do anything at all to become famous, become a famous celebrity. That there's just nothing that we wouldn't do to have that lucky break. That's not me. When I was on here singing, sharing my talent with you, it was out of the pure love of music and sharing my talent. It had nothing to do with any of those people. At all, really. You know, sure, to create something before my last days would have been great, but I wasn't counting on being famous. I was hoping to have a chance like anybody else, but not so much so that it completely obsessed me. I never expected anything. I truly didn't. I wasn't hurting or harming anyone. I was just using my gifts. And when I was on the music app Star Maker, and they were playing games with me, you know, hacking into my phone, hacking into my account online, making people want to ostracize themselves from me. Things I didn't deserve when I was kind and supportive to literally everyone. Sending a pretty guy to come and make me think that he fell for me, when really he was just catfishing me into some sort of human and sex trafficking scheme. That's what they do there. That is what they were doing there. Luring people in to sing these songs, thinking it was all safe, you know, everybody believing, maybe the young ones were believing they'd become a star. I never really thought that. I thought of it as a music app. Really, that's it. And I never expected that some of the people that I was talking to was anything more than a computerized bot, as far as some of the bot section in your comment section was. I didn't realize I was talking to celebrities. And even though their names might have been on that, I never really even entertained that it was really them. And yet, I find that it was. Because when I finally had enough of this bullying on Star Maker and them exposing my personal address all over the app, and every time I would go to customer service to ever get any help with these people that were keeping my songs or covers from being seen, sometimes they'd even go in and delete my covers. And I put a lot of work into what I was doing. I really did. It meant something to me. It did. But finally, I realized that they'd gone too far and that I had to leave. I knew I had to leave. Something was wrong. And I had been watching them and the behavior there and how they would drop particular songs that had particular lyrics to either make you feel like you were threatened when you know that that's not the kind of music that you were asking for. When I had already gone and told them the kind of music that I was interested in, they already knew that. Some of them were rap songs that were threatening to take my life, and they wouldn't even just put them in the music section, they would put them on notifications. Some rap songs about coming over to kill me. That's what they did. finally, I left. And what did they do? I went to a different music app. But what did these people from Star Maker do? They followed me. And there was a gift I was supposed to receive that my family intercepted above and beyond the inheritance that they stole. Oh no, they couldn't stand the idea that anybody would want to give me something or give me an opportunity. They couldn't handle that emotionally, to have me have worked really hard and earned that. To use my gifts and talents and to have earned that. They just couldn't handle it. And because of the gift at Star Maker, and because my family had already been stealing, and because the ex had already been stealing and was working with my family, they all got together and did a really abominable thing. So abominable, in fact, to try to destroy me to where I would want to end my own life, to embarrass me so much, to end my own life, to put cameras in all 3 of the places where I live to keep track of me and show me on CCTV, to make me look as if I were a prostitute. An ex-husband who videotaped us together in intimacy while we were married, and then used it, and they doctored it up to make it look like I was somebody I'm not. To create with copycats fabricated video to make me look like I'm a porn star, to take the work that I had done, take my video portion off, keep my voice, put themselves on it, steal my music, literally steal my music, pretending to be me, copycatting me, stealing money from me, money in the bank that belongs to me, identity theft, life insurance policies created in my name, inheritance fraud since I was a child, not telling me who the other parent is or who the parents actually are. Now, I may be a part of the family, but I don't think I belong to the mom and dad I was told I belonged to. Now listen, there is a limit to what I would do for fame. And I can tell you exactly why, because I am a daughter of the Most High God. I love my Heavenly Father. I love Jesus Christ. There is a limit to what I would ever do to be famous. I don't feel that I have to do anything extra to be famous other than just be myself and use my skills. As we should not have to do anything for anyone for fame, but use our talents in a prudent way, in the way that we feel that we were created to share it. Now, a while back, there was this unstoppable thing that was going on with CCTV. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I left Brenda's house and they pushed me out as fast as they could, and I was in the middle of finding a place, I could have found a place. I just didn't want to leave my animals behind. I wanted to take them with me. And that was the problem. And my son was nearby as well, so it wasn't like I was homeless. I mean, I could go over there anytime. And so all of this was just to force me out. And then when I was in Saratoga Springs, forcing me out early, hoping and them coming in and setting me up to lose my truck by stealing my mail so I wouldn't get it from the DMV, not knowing what was going on so that the police could come and take my truck. And then wanting to push me out of this condo really fast so that I would be homeless. But the worst thing of all, the worst thing is that for a couple of years, maybe longer, they have been filming me in private. They put cameras, my brother and sisters, my siblings, my aunt, Tony and Sage Robbins, and I've learned that Reese is a part of it, Reese Witherspoon, because they were going to do some sort of documentary. I learned about that last year. And that all of this filming had gone on without my knowledge. I never signed a contract with Tony and Sage. They did do an Unstoppable program that Tony was incessantly sending me leads, constantly, one after another, to go and look at the Unstoppable program that him and Sage Robbins put on. So it didn't take much to figure out you can only get something like 50 billion times a day and know that it's a hint to go over there and sign up for the Unstoppable program, about where they're taking people that were, drug and alcohol addicted, homeless people, and they were going to rehabilitate them, and they would just be the heroes and, and be the God of the earth, the universe, right? But that wasn't my story. I wanted to enjoy my life, and I was singing and having a fairly good time. But there's no way that I'm addicted to anything, except maybe now listening to tarot so that I can get more evidence about you guys. And how long, tarot readers and people here whose channels I visit, how long did you know that they were illegally surveilling me? To doing everything that they could to embarrass me. All of you whose channels I follow and that I patronize. To humiliate and embarrass me, to create a false documentary. Ladies and gentlemen, this had nothing to do, by any degree, to strengthen me or because I'm chosen. Oh, no. That wasn't it. They were bought off on a program that they got involved in and used this to exploit me and to embarrass me so that I would want to end my own life. So that I would resort to drugs and alcohol seriously to the point of really ending my life and really being homeless. That's what they did. And what really hurts is that so many people watched them do it and for whatever reason thought that this was okay. Do you realize that illegal surveillance is a huge crime? It is a constitutional crime. It's incredibly serious. And interrupting mail coming from a courthouse regarding court documents and this mail fraud. It's a fraud on so many levels. Not just a federal crime for the mail, that in rerouting my mail to my sister's house, rerouting court documents to my ex-husband's house, to make sure that I never was able to go to court and defend myself, to stand up for myself in any way, to keep secrets that they never wanted me to find out, even about my childhood. I am not playing games, people. I have no desire in my heart to be so close to you celebrities that I'm willing to do anything to be your buddy or not, or even just hang around you. I don't just trust. There's some people that I have fallen for, people I have trusted in my personal life, but you guys aren't even in my personal life. Why would I trust you? I don't even know you personally. I don't. And yet I feel like myself, and I'm sure others, have been preyed upon with this illegal surveillance. I am sick inside by this crime. There is no way in God's green earth that I would ever allow this to just continue without telling you what these people did to me, from Star Maker, from my family, and the church coming after me when I left because of people that were involved in the same scandal and scam, to have neighbors that stole businesses from me, their determined effort to destroy me, not just physically, but emotionally too. They tried everything they could to end my life. It got really intense. No, it happened all my life. Let's be honest here. Trying to end my life, that was a whole lifetime of effort. That's for sure. But when I didn't die from the metastatic breast cancer, it became really important because they got tired of waiting. And so they really knocked themselves out to make sure that they could use their hocus pocus, negative energy, all their little cackling witch remedies to get me to croak, to die so that they could steal gifts and inheritance from me. You know, I know, and so does everybody else. So many people know. I don't care if I am the child of and I am the child of the Most High God, as you are too. Okay, I'm a human being. So whoever I am, above and beyond that fact, makes no difference whatsoever. This was a plight, a ploy, a con, a fraud to steal an inheritance from someone. To set up this fake lottery based on what? Unstoppable? Was that the new lottery that was brought in to pick up where the Unstoppable left off? So that everybody would be so greedy and slobbering for the next buck they could get. Oh, if we could just win what, what's this bucket Elon wants to give us? Are you really willing to commit murder, to plan and plot a murder for money? Is that how far you really are willing to go to participate in something like that when you know that one of your fellow channel holders is being attacked this way? Knowing it, is it worth it? Now, if the prophets of old have told us that there is a place called hell, of hellfire and damnation, where do you think y'all are going? Really? Honestly? Because doing this, illegal surveillance, to already watch someone all the time. Can you imagine what it's like to be someone that's been catfished? You've been put in a jar and everybody can see every little thing that you do, everything, every private moment, and you don't know. Anything. Imagine yourself in your day-to-day life when you're just doing your life and you're in private. Okay? All the private human things that you do. All the moments where you don't look your best, the moments when you're going to the bathroom, the moments where you're getting into the bathtub or the shower and getting undressed, your moments. And I want you to ask yourselves, what if it were you? Because it could very well, if it could happen to me, you better know it could happen to you and you should be angry. You shouldn't have been watching with your eyes and your mouths wide open and your eyes like this. Oh no. You should have been calling the police. You should have been calling the FBI. You should have been alarming people, because if it could happen to one of us, believe me, it could happen to every single one of us. This is not a game. These are people's lives. This is my life. I really believed that I was going to die. I was singing my life. I was singing for my life. I was singing. That's all that mattered besides my children, was singing. I wasn't hurting anyone or harming anyone. And you preyed on me. You stole from me. You stole my work from me. You attacked me. You watched me suffer for 2 years? 8 years? You have watched me suffer. And you did nothing. And I'm asking the Department of Justice and the FBI that still actually gives a damn about the U.S. Constitution of this United States to come forward and help me in this crisis that I have experienced. I have been stomaching every day that I get up, knowing that you creeps, that you filthy creeps, are watching me and every single move I make. Not just singing, not just speaking, but every single move I make. And how deeply disturbing and disgusting you are for doing so without ever saying anything, without calling the police, people that I counted on, people that I care for, that I trust, that I patronize, that you can't even know inside yourself what's right and what's wrong. You know what is right and you know what is wrong. You know what is legal, you know what is illegal. What are you doing? What the hell are you doing? God help you. Seriously, God help you. I don't need to be near movie stars to feel like I'm a complete human being. I don't need to have any kind of, Hollywood success to know that I am successful at being a human being, being a really good human being too. I have already succeeded. At everything in this world that even matters, I've already succeeded. I've exceeded expectations and being a stellar human being. Can you say the same? I doubt very much that you can if you were a part of this. Who in the hell do you think you are watching me? You filthy creeps, you're filthy animals, all of you. You know you are too. And don't you think I'm going away? Oh no, baby, I'm not going away.